Okay. All right. Let's get back to the list here. So, okay, so it's going to run a little bit longer tonight because I have 2 games left to go through. Courage and Deep Vale University. I didn't do that one. I just want to check through here, make sure I did play all these, right? Yeah, Deep Vale University was the other one. There were 3 that I had to download from their browser pages. I think this was the second one, and the Courage one was the third. Okay, so Deep Vale University. This one looks cool. This one looks like one of those, like, kind of jokey visual novels. Entirely original assets. Oh boy. We like to see that. That's for sure. Okay. Yeah. So, Sam always knew life at university would be a change for them. More homework, hard tests, new friendships, and eldritch horrors join Sam as they get a full university experience as a full ride scholarship recipient. Welcome to Deep Vale University. Cool. Let's do it. So I gotta boot up this one from outside of itch.io. I am curious what makes itch.io not recognize a game as something that can be installed through the application. Because this happens every once in a while, and I noticed that someone said that they didn't know what was going on with it either, because I've seen some of them are like uploaded to file sharing sites. Some of them are maybe compressed strangely. I don't know what it is. But here we go. Here's Deep Vale University. Okay, so we're in Renpi. I recognize that. Oh, so we're starting off with a COVID thing. Okay. Deep Vale University. Here we go. Start. Oh, preferences. Hey, they know what I want. Sam, woo, made it. You look around the classroom, empty, if not for the couple of seats currently occupied by the fellow students. Looking at the clock, you notice it's still a few minutes before the block starts. I guess I should grab a seat. Sit at the front. Sit at the back. Yeah, we're the cool kid. Charm decreased. Yeah. Take a seat at the back of the class, dig through your bag, preparing your class for yourself for class to begin. As soon as there's a torrent of students flooding the halls beyond the classroom's doors until the last people shuffle into your room and each seat is occupied. You are reading through your notes when something crosses your line of sight. You quickly look up and see someone standing at the front of the class. It's a blobby with skeleton arms. Huh? Is that the school mascot or something? That's better. Welcome everyone. My name is Professor Typhon, not Doctor, not Mr. Professor Typhon. Please address me as such. Professor, huh? Why are they wearing a costume or something? Now, who can tell me what class this is? You there, do you know what class this is? This is Sociology 100, right? No, it is not. But it is Biology 108, more well known as organisms in their environment. Oh shit, wrong class. Here we go. Well then, there's always one, isn't there? Poor guy. Now, who can tell me what we will be studying in this class? Anybody? Anyone read the syllabus? Oh yeah. Charm increase. You there, you with the glasses. Oh, well, it's, you can stop. Oh, but you there, maybe you have a more eloquent answer for us. Well, to be exact, it is the study of the reciprocal nature between how environments form organisms and how organisms shape new environments. Furthermore, we will look. Okay, that's beyond correct. Thank you. What is your name? My name is Mina, Professor Typhon. It is a brain with a face with a claw coming out of it. Thank you, Mina. What the? Is she? No, it must be my imagination. Professor Typhon went over the curriculum and syllabus for the rest of the class. Look at the time. That concludes our class. I will see you all again on Wednesday. One class down. Hi there. Oh, hello. I'm Annabelle. I saw you sitting there all by yourself. What's your name? I'm Sam. What a wonderful name. Would you like to join me for lunch, Sam? No, thank you. Nerds study alone. Oh well, maybe next time. Nice to meet you, Sam. Better get ahead of my studies if I want to stay ahead. Library is a quiet space, sparsely populated with numerous students you are becoming familiar with. Contrary to the noisy halls and chatter between classes, this is quite a calm space. Only a few people and hushed whispers. Among these people, there's one very frustrated student. Oh man, can't believe I'm already on my teacher's bad side. Near him, Sam could see a boy standing in front of a bookshelf looking for something. Damn, can't seem to find the books I'm looking for. Need some help. That'd be great. Oh, okay. Thanks for all the help. Wait a second, isn't that kid that ran out of class? How about you sit with me? I wouldn't mind the company. Sure, I guess. Thanks, totally struggling with this. So I'm James. My name is Sam. Nice to meet you, Sam. I had a day. First I was in the wrong class. Then when I got to my real class, my professor was a monster. I remember you ran out so quickly. Oh boy, you were there for that, huh? How embarrassing. Speaking of monster professors, pretty sure that guy was dressed up as a monster for class. Pretty weird, right? Huh, he looked pretty normal to me. Oh, you're talking about how strict he was. Yeah, Professor Typhon, pretty serious all the time, huh? Normal? Didn't seem to look normal unless those eyes are normal. Yeah, well, 2 eyes is pretty normal for a professor. Are you feeling alright? Yeah, I think so. What the hell's going on? You know, getting a full ride. I thought I was so ready for this, but it's all just getting overwhelming. Oh, you got a full scholarship like me. Yeah, funny running into another full rider, huh? How so? Well, they treat people like us weirdly here. I had a girl invite me to a party just because I'm a full rider. Absolutely panicked. That's weird. You're telling me. Well, it was nice meeting you. Should head to my next class. See you around sometime. Yeah, that'd be cool. Rank up. James returned to his studies, and you crack open your textbook preparation for your class. The hours seem to begin to pass by empty and silent until at least the last one of you stands up and leaves the library. The rest of the night is quiet as you return to your dorm and go to sleep. The events of the last 2 days feel like it had gone by in a blur, and you are back to where you started in your very first class. Okay, second class, got this. Just like last time you were here, it doesn't take too long until the class becomes filled with the noise of students who arrived from their previous classes. Thank you, everyone who is here on time or early. Sadly, I have some bad news. The university requires me to talk about an incident that happened sometime last night. Sometime last night, one of the university's students, James Bright, was found dead. I just wanted to make sure I had actually captured all this. I'm like paranoid now that the first one didn't capture. Wait, he's the guy I talked to at the library. Sadly, there are no suspects at this time, and the police have yet to release any information about his death. While he was not one of my students, my heart goes out to any of you who have been affected. Oh my god, James. Who would do something like this? A few weeks later. Whew, classes have been rough. I need to study and make sure I don't fall behind. You enter the library, a tingling chill reverberates down your spine. The hairs on the nape of your neck begin to stand alert. Something sees you. You glance around quickly, with a semblance of panic. Your alarmed gaze lands upon a transparent form hovering near one of the tables. Something seems familiar about this apparition. None of the other students seem aware of the being's presence. Whoa. Study bio. No, thank you. Through the strength of your will, you push away the deep fear in your gut. You find a quiet corner of the library to study, away from the ghostly apparition. You grab what books you need from the library stacks, but, returning to your corner, you find an unfamiliar tome now laying atop your belongings. The Necronomicon. You set a hand upon the tome, and suddenly shadowy jolts strike through your hand and cloud your vision for but a moment. The moment passes, but opening your eyes, you can see the tome cloaked in shadows. It calls, pulling you forth to draw back its cover. You scan each page, alien symbols and ancient glyphs filling your vision until you can see not else but the figure of a shadowy behemoth, chained and mysterious, calling to you. Suddenly, the image shatters like a pane of glass as a hand touches your shoulder. Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. I always forget that silly thing. Annabelle's smile grows as she takes hold of the tome from your hands. Your eyes start back to the school and you feel your muscles strain as though your arm had the desire to keep the book. Annabelle disappears as quickly as she arrived, but the haunting call of the mysterious being still rings through your mind. You look at the time and discover your class begins in 5 minutes. How long was I reading that book? Get out of here. No romance for thee. You pace through the halls until you reach your classroom. The students are beginning to sit down. Glance around for a place to sit. Thankfully, there seem to be 2 seats open. One to the far left of the classroom near the front, right beside Mina, and the other one further back to the left besides Annabelle. Oh, yeah. Weird brain thing. Clearly the winner. Top waifu. Quickly spot the odd form of Mina. That's a bit insulting. 3 weeks of classes have desensitized you to the odd hallucination you must be experiencing, but you still can't help but feel awkward due to how your mind chooses to perceive her. She looks and gives you a nod as you sit down. Hey, Mina. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Oh, that's alright. Heh heh. Heh hee hee. Although, meet up with me after you're done with her classes. I'll be in the library. Give a quick nod. Mina seems to be poring through her textbook. Upon closer inspection, you realize you don't recognize whatever language the book is written in. Maybe she's taking a secondary language course. Good day, everyone. Glad to see so many familiar faces 3 weeks in. Right, before we start class today, I am obligated to go through a bit of Deepvale's history. Yeah, this place has a lot of history behind it. See, it is said our university is built in the very place of an ancient empire once called its capital. Like all empires, the actions of corrupt individuals eroded their structure until the empire collapsed. Not much is known about it, but it is said the empire was home to another people, and rare fossils have been recovered of unrecognizable creatures. Now, I am not bringing this up just for fun. We are obligated to bring this up because some descendants of these people attend our school. In honor of this fact, we acknowledge we are living upon land considered sacred to them, and thank them and their ancestors for allowing us to use this space. Learn something new every day. 1.5 hours later. Thank you all for your time. Please enjoy the rest of your day. But please remember, your first midterm will be in 3 weeks and everything we discuss until then will be on the exam. Everyone began packing their bags and funneling out of the classroom as you glance around. Professor Typhon is ordering some of his materials around his bag at the front of the class, and Annabelle seems to be sticking around a bit longer than anyone else. Yeah, we're the nerd. Sam, right? What can I do for you? That's everything. Hey, Teach. Notice me, senpai. Bye. Oh, well, have a good rest of the day, then. Finished with your discussion, Professor Typhon gathers his belongings and leaves the room. You attend a few more classes before it begins to darken outside. Where will you go? Oh. Yeah. Romance ended with the other two. now Mina is best waifu. Enter the library and look for Mina. Doesn't take very long to find her due to the vivid nature of these hallucinations. Mina is sat atop a chair on one of the desks furthest back in the library, poring over countless books. She doesn't notice you until you are a few steps away from her table, at which point she greets you with a quick look before diving back into her research. Thank you for coming. We need to talk. You may not believe me, but you are in danger. Things are not as they seem here. Would you know what I mean? Oh yeah, we're well, good. That makes things a bit easier. I brought you some articles. Mina tosses a folder filled with printed out newspaper articles, private journal pieces, and statements from the university. You notice a trend between all these pieces. 5 years ago, 4 students went missing. 5 years before that, another 4. Every 5 years, it seems, 4 students go missing. For longer back than you can count. So, from my research, I found out that 4 students go missing every 5 years, but get this, they're all full writers, so I did a bit more digging. You see, there is a lack of knowledge about this place, but I found a link. Each year, these disappearances are swept under the rug, but there was a clue left behind. I visited the scenes they were last seen and began piecing it together. There is a cult in the school. I don't know why, how, or why, but there is a cult. I found a record of supernatural events occurring in this place's basement. I think that's where I need to go next. Hey Sam, stay safe, okay? I know this all sounds crazy, but I don't want to get hurt. Mina packs all her books into her bag. That seems far too small to hold everything, but soon the table is laid bare, and Mina leaves with the bag bulging full with books. Rank up! Glance over the papers Mina left one more time before packing them into your bag and taking your leave. Okay, I'm curious how much more there is. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. Because I kind of don't want to read the entire thing. But it looks cool. Class is packed with far more students than are typically present. You have no doubt about it today. Today's the midterm. Everyone is frantically studying. Even you are tracing your finger through the class textbook to glean any additional information you may require. That all stops the moment Professor Typhon enters the room. His ever-present stare puts a pause on each student, and before long there are no notes. Exams are passed out to each student. Hope everyone has been studying. We will be starting your midterm as soon as class begins. I've got this. Alright, and begin. With the final flourish of your pencil, you are confident that the exam has been completed to the best of your abilities. Glancing around, it appears most of the class has yet to finish. You look over your answers one more time before rising in your seat and walking to the front of the class and silently handing in your midterm. Yeah, we did it. Professor Typhon looks over quickly and checks your ID before leaning over. May I speak with you privately, Sam? At first you are taken aback, but then Typhon leads you out of the classroom and closes the door. The space you occupy between the silent classroom and sparsely populated halls of the university carries the whispering voice of Typhon. Ah, Sam, I have been keeping track of your progress. You've been doing a wonderful job. I expected nothing less from a full writer. Oh, thank you, sir. Why, yes, of course. If there is anything you need, let me know. No. Now, down to the reason I wanted to speak with you. The dean and I feel it would be very beneficial. To speak with you on this evening. He was muttering about something. In any case, come to the basement after sundown. Trust me, you'll find us. As Typhon returns to the class, you begin to walk away. The doors of the classroom once more swing wide, and a familiar face approaches. Oh, hello, Sam. Hi, Mina, how are you? Tired. I finished my research, but that, on top of classes, has me exhausted. Sorry to hear that. Well, maybe it's for the best. I'm headed to the basement after sundown. If my research is correct, tonight may be the night. The night for what? Something big. I'll see you there, Sam. You complete another midterm and attend a couple classes before the sun begins to set. Go to bed. You decide whatever is happening in the basement tonight is unimportant. Instead, you go to your room to find some rest. After an exhausting week of studying and exams, there is no better reprieve than being able to sleep. As you lie in your bed, The shadows of your room begin to flicker and dance. You see a crack of light coming through your door before it's suddenly filled with a cloaked figure. You begin to sit up, but feel a hand cover your mouth from behind. Your muffled screams don't escape the room, as suddenly a hood is fitted over your head and tightened. Oh no. Oh, I like this environment. Very Serial Experiments Lane, kind of dark lighting and all that. The next moments are a hazy blur. After what feels like a century passes, the hood is ripped off, and you see yourself the center of a terrifying runic circle. 3 other figures, each bound, as you discover you have been 3 other figures, each bound, as you discover you have been, are situated on the cardinal sides of the circle, save the south side where you see a floating glowing figure. A weird chanting fills your ears, its cacophonous syllables bursting your eardrums. The shadows at the edge of your vision finally clear, but you wish they hadn't. Behind you, a coven of cloaked figures continue their chant, with the familiar Annabelle at their helm, her eyes darkened with shadows. She's behind it all. Even worse, before you is a hulking figure that towers nearly 50 feet, composed of wispy shadows, with chains of light binding it to the earth. Ooh, look at this goofy fellow. Hey. One by one, the other bound figures disintegrate, their screams drowned out by the echoing chants and their bodies turning into a colorless husks as their essence is pulled into the hulking shadow. Even behind you, the floating figures slowly ripped apart until at last it is your turn. Pain is excruciating. You scream out in pain, but it all falls upon deaf ears. Your vision turns gray and then disappears entirely as your body is hollowed. And yet you are still conscious. You try to reach out, but you realize no arms respond. You try to open your eyes, but all you can see is darkness. Pain suddenly pierces through your mind. You hear the cries of thousands upon thousands of souls that have shared your fate, and you begin to feel that the presence alongside you within the hulking shadowy beast, where you will stay forever. Game over. We did it! Okay, I have a feeling there's more to that, there's more endings and all that. But that was a playthrough. I know there's a lot here, and I'm quickly running out of voice, so that one had some cool stuff to it. Yeah, I think that would be a fun one to play through and find other endings and stuff like that. Cool. And for me, that was the perfect length. I'm running out of voice on that one.